Alright, guys, we are back with round one Edison Format at Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got Donnell Dnasty on the left playing Amaryllis versus Ryanide on the right playing Frog Heroes. So, two regulars on the channel. They both have 7 wins each, so we'll see maybe one of these two can get that 8th win. Now, Donnell has not won in a while, so I'm going to be rooting for him. Yeah, Ryan's won a few times recently. Alright, so Donnell goes first, sets a munch, sets a background. Now, this was a smaller tournament. It's a weekday tournament, day after Christmas. So we only had, I think, like 7 players. So it was 3-round single elimination. Now I did film two. I filmed two matches for round one, and I filmed both semifinals and the finals. So 5 videos for this tournament. All right. So Donnell karma cuts the swap frog, which is interesting, but you'll see here why. And I mean, I actually did watch game 1. So I know exactly what happened in game 1. But I didn't watch the rest of the match because I was like doing the commentary and then something came up and I had to restart. Anyways, so yeah, karma cuts the swap frog, which was shocking. The first time I watched it, I was like, why would you karma cut the swap frog? All right, so here comes Lone Fire from Dnasty. Man, Donnell always draws those QCR Lone Fires, man. Maybe I need to get some because I don't draw them often enough in hat format. So, yep, Lone Fire into the second Lone Fire. Now, some people like to hold the Lone Fire, but I think Donnell does it just for... Donnell does it to fuel his graveyard for Amaryllis. All right, so he's got Trade-In and Hidden Armory in his hand. Now, he can't use Hidden Armory this turn. So, he sets 2. So this is why he karma cutted him, because now he's getting a +5. Hits Torrential, T-Roar, Dupe, Miracle, and Malicious Edge from Ryan. But yeah, Ryan didn't really gain much from that. I've always hated Morphing Jar. It's just such a high risk, high reward type of card. Like, I kind of wish it wasn't legal in Edison. I know not enough people use it, but stuff like this is ridiculous. Like, he just got a +5. Or, yeah, plus 4, I guess, because the Morphing Jar is probably going to replace. Yeah, I would say it's a +4. Like, that card's better than Card Destruction at times. Alright, so hits him for 45. Or, sorry, leaves Ryanide at 45. Ryanide on the upstart. I like it. It's just so rare to see people play upstart. Almost no one plays upstart in Edison, which is shocking to me. Like, I remember I let the Sheriff Lowe's borrow my deck the other day, and he's like, "Oh, I can't play upstart." And I'm like, "Really?" I think that to me, the life points when I play upstart, I don't even pay attention to the life points at all. I think if you're gonna play upstart, you just have to like commit to it. Like, I know it might cost me some games, but I don't care because in the long run, I feel upstart wins you more games than it loses you. Yeah, there are times when you lose because you gave your opponent too much life points. But people only pay attention to when they lose. They don't pay attention to when upstart wins them the game. That's how I look at it. That's why, to me, I don't even pay attention to the life points. But anyways, here comes Ryanide with the head. So now he got a +2. So now the Morphing Jar is not as bad. So, yeah, now Ryan's cooking now. Thanks to Heavy Storms. Normal summon swap. So he's about to wipe Donnell's board, and it's going to take him a lot to deal with this. Yeah, then now all of a sudden the game has flipped a little bit. The only issue is that Ryan's playing against Amaryllis, so he already took a ton of damage, and that's kind of like the problem with Amaryllis. That's how this deck, the card advantage kind of doesn't matter in this deck. They just want to burn, like, it's kind of like it's a burn deck. It's a burn control deck with Titanial. All right, so our 9,045. Let's see how Donnell deals with this board. 1 back row, Ab-Zero, Treeborn Frog. All right. Ryan has Prodigy in his hand, which Yeah, see, this is why people don't like Prodigy. Just mid to late game, it's so bad. Once you already have Treeborn, you mostly use it as a discard outlet, but like first turn, it's really good with Substitoad. Or sometimes you don't have a Monarch. Or sorry, you don't have access to Treeborn, so you need to tribute it for a Monarch. So here, Donnell Hidden Armories. I couldn't tell what he milled off the Hidden Armory, but he's going to search his deck for Mark of the Rose. Yes, Mark of the Rose. And then Ryan chains Dutchu. So let's look at Donnell's hand. Oh, it's Cactus Bouncer. Yeah, I was surprised to see that. So it's Karma Cut, Regeki Break, Threatening Roar, Miracle Furt, and Mark of the Rose. So what do you do now if you're Donnell? Do you set the Karma Cut and get rid of his Treeborns? Is the second one in the grave? No, I think he only has one in the grave. Maybe he's playing around the Karma Cut because he saw one. So he's kind of like, I don't want to get Karma Cutted again. So yeah, Karma Cut, Regeki Break. So he's going to Miracle Furt here. Bring back the Lone Fire. Yes, bring back the Lone Fire. Yeah, I was surprised. He's going to get Dandelion here. I think he's just trying to do damage. I think that's his game plan. I'm just going to Mark of the Rose you. This is not bad because then you leave Ryan at 2,000. And you have Dandelion. So if Ryan decides to Caius you, you have to choose. Are you going to Caius my Dandy or are you going to Caius my Mark of the Rose and stop me from taking... Well, he'd probably be forced to... He's probably going to be forced to Caius his own... Like, tribute his own Ab-Zero just to stop Donnell from Mark of the Rose. We'll see what Ryan decides to do if he has a Caius. But I'm sure he did. I mean, he drew five new cards off of the Morphing Jar. Maybe Frog Hero players should consider playing Morphing Jar on their decks. Discard your dead heroes, your dead Treeborns. Sorry, I'm a little tired. All right. So yeah, he's got the Caius. Yeah, what can he do with if he tributes Ab-Zero for Caius? Spanish the Dandy. Then you get the Mark of the Rose unequipped to the Ab-Zero. You could go for one of the back rows as well. Try to hit the return. That's probably the right move. If Donnell set the return. I think he did. I mean, if you're Donnell, you probably anticipate that Ryan's got Caius. Yeah, I mean, he drew way too many cards. He upstarted him, and he drew 6 cards. He most likely has a Caius. So he hits the Karma Cut, not the return. Now, Donnell might have set the Regeki Break as well, so... Then he runs over the Dandy for what? What's Dandelion's attack? 21? Oh, no, the Ab-Zero destroys the Dandy. I'm dumb, yeah. So he just runs over one of the tokens. All right. Now passes back to Donnell. Let's see what he can do. Did he set the return? Because if he did set the return, is it game? No, it's not game. Oh, no, it is game. If he did set the return, this is game. To a 17 plus... Yeah, Ryan's already doing the math. Yeah, this is game if he set the return. You thought Ryan was doing the math. But he did not set the return. Oh, no. See, I probably would have set the return and one of the discard traps. And then it was game over. But you leave him at 3. Oh, that's probably game right there. Unless if Ryan has a second. Yeah, he had an Amaryllis. That's what we were waiting for. So passes back to Ryan. Did Ryan just draw the Caius? Did he just draw the second Caius? Okay, it's not over, but you're still at 300. So like, there's so many ways you just lose this game. Miracle Furt. Hidden Armory, and this is another way you lose. So yeah, Donnell takes game 1. Will Ryan and I pull off the Legacy 2-0 and move on to the semifinals? I know it's a small tournament, but it's still the semifinals. And Donnell and Ryan both have 7 wins. Henry entered this tournament. He's got a few wins. Myself, And who else entered? Can't remember. All right. So Ryanide sets a monster and passes. Let's see what Dnasty will do. After his hidden armory, hits Trooper off the hidden armory and grabs DDR. I don't think Donnell is on the Cyber Valley tech. I've seen it. It's all over DB. Anytime I play against Amaryllis on DB, they're always playing the Cyber Valley stuff. And I asked Ryan about it, and he said apparently someone like's been topping events with it, and I was like, okay, it makes sense. I don't know if I like it. I mean, you make your deck worse to deck dev, but all right. So Ryan sets a monster, passes. Let's see what will make Nasty do. So he summons the Lila. Then what? Foolishes. People like Plague. I don't like Plague in this deck. But it comes up sometimes. I mean, if you mill it, it's always nice. But yeah, Foolishes, Plague. What's he going to go for the Goyo here? He is going to go for the Goyo. So top for Plague. Unless you Brio him and want to stop him, like maybe Brio discard something, Dandy or Amaryllis, to slow Ryan's engine down. Because if it's Treeborn, you take it. If it's Dupe, you give him this access to Swap Frog. Yeah, you give him access to Swap Frog, and Donnell does take it. That's so risky, though. Do you want to take the Dupe? Because I get it, you want to stop him from attacking your Goyo, but he could also just... He could also just Caius your Goyo or Rise it, and then you give him a free monster with the Dupe Frog. I remember I've told this story before many times, but I remember I played some guy at the local and he Goyo'd my Substitute, and I remember I asked him like 3 times, "Are you sure you want to take it?" And he looked at me like I was crazy. Like, yeah, I want to take it. I was like, okay. I let him take it. And then during my turn, I brought back Treeborn. And I was dead. I was going to lose. And then he tries to attack my Treeborn. And I was like, okay. It can't be destroyed because of Substitute. And then they're coming back and winning the game because of that play. He was kind of new to Edison, though. He's playing like a Flame Bell. You know, the old Flame Bell with Spies and Flame Bell Cat deck. So... I always forget that effect, or I used to always forget that effect too. Where if you sub, sometimes you have to learn your lesson the hard way. Like now, I always remember, but in the past, yeah, I forget that if your opponent has Substitute, no, if you have Substitute, your opponent's monsters can't be destroyed. Your opponent's frogs can't be destroyed either. So Ryan here brain controls the Goyo, takes back his Dupe. Yeah, he's cooking Donnell now. He's gonna go for the hard lock. Or wind control, as Donnell himself likes to call it. Wind control. I don't know, I like that nickname, wind control. I think the reason he came up with this is because Bluff Knock kept winning with brain control every time he was on camera. And I guess he's beaten Donnell a few times with brain control, so that's why he calls it wind control. Alright, so 72 to 8,000. So he probably kept one Treeborn in the deck. You kind of have to now with Frogs, Game 2 and 3, because Soul Release is picking up popularity. It didn't used to be that popular, but now a lot of people are citing it. So yeah, you definitely have to play around that card, Game 2 and 3. All right, so he goes for the Dupe block. Ryan's got one back row, bunch of cards in his hand. How does Donnell deal with this field? I think Donnell maybe plays one Debris Dragon, so Debris Dragon deals with it. Mark of the Rose, but remember he searched DDR, so what can he make? I'm trying to think, what can he make to out this board? Not much. I'm thinking Debris Dragon, I'm thinking Hidden Armory into Mark of the Rose. Yeah, not much. So what Ryan needs, he has E-Call, so what Ryan needs is like he needs to like just slam down an Ab Zero, but I think Donnell has Gores. So But even then, if you have Gores, that's fine. You're still gonna take what 4,000? You're gonna take half your life points, and you still can't attack Dab Zero. So he decides to tribute his Dupe Frog for Swap Frog. Maybe he's trying to get some offense going. Send the swap, or send the Subsitoad. Bounce the sub. Okay. Maybe Ryan's cooking. Okay, Junk. Yeah, Junk plays. Bring back Swap. Special summon Swap. He's going to go for Junk Warrior. Is that game with Junk Warrior? Oh, I think he is going for game. Does he have game? I mean, this is a ton of damage. So he gains. Oh, okay. How much damage is that? That's an interesting play Ryanide just made. So Junk Warrior is at what, 53? Oh, that is game. That's 8,000. But I think Donnell has the Gores. Oh wow, that was a pretty cool play Ryan just made. But Donnell does have the Gores. Unfortunately for Ryan. Did he dropped it on the first swap? Yeah. Might as well save the life points, right? But you can run over the Gores with the Junk Warrior. Yeah, just take the first one. Yeah, there's no reason. Just take the first one and then hit over the Gores with the Warrior. Oh, he didn't hit it. Why can't he run over the Gores? When does it gain the attack? Now there might be a reason. Let me go look up Junk Warrior. Yeah, because he only took 1,000, so he could have run over the Gores if he wanted to. Now Donnell sets a back row. Yeah, I'm wondering why he didn't attack over the Gores. Maybe he forgot. Because they both have, well, Donnell forgot to take 800 for Ryan's brain control. So here comes DDR from Donnell. Bring back the Plague. Does Ryan have like a Karma Cut? Not Karma Cut. Regeki Break or a Dust Tornado, but he lets the DDR go. What else you got? Torrential? You can Torrential yourself? Oh, Mark of the Rose. So banish Amaryllis to take, what, the Junk Warrior? That's a lot of damage. It'll be, what's it at, 53 plus the Gores? Are you afraid of Mirror Force? I wonder if Donnell kept in MST and Heavy in this matchup. Man. Okay, Donnell's playing a little slow. What else is new? But I got called out for slow playing on DB, and I didn't think I played that slow. It's different. Like, I'm just taking time to think and respond to my opponent's plays. But, like, this... In real life, is different because we actually have a timer. But when people rush me on DB, it's like, we don't even have a timer. I get it. It's bad practice, but I don't feel like I took that long. I'll admit when I take long. Usually, like, if I'll be at locals and someone calls me off for slow playing, I usually like, okay, you're right. Let me play faster. Okay, so yeah, this Donnell took a little too long here, but here comes the Regeki break, snipes the Mark of the Rose, so he's gonna get back his Junk Warrior. I mean, don't look. Well, yeah, he could have Black Rosed him, but why'd you? I guess he needed. Did he need the plant in his graveyard to bring back the? Oh, okay. He needed the Amaryllis in his graveyard so that he could use Mark of the Rose. That makes sense. But unfortunately, DDR, you have to bring the monster out in attack mode. Ryanide's got Caius, one back row. Maybe it's Mirror Force. Do you Caius one of the back rows? Let's see. It might be worth it, right? Caius, one of the back rows. Then you can bounce back your Caius. You have Junk Warrior on the field. Maybe he's going to attack first. Attack over Plague. Yep. And let's see if he has the Mirror Force. So now we know he doesn't have Mirror Force. So he's going to take 40-something. Now you can Caius him if you want, but you could be afraid of Torrential now that he didn't stop this attack. Yeah, I don't think Donnell's used Torrential. So yeah, if I was Ryan, I would see what's gone. Oh, he has a Dust. Okay. Then yeah, but man, it might be worth the risk. So I don't know. Would I have risked walking into the Torrential? It depends on the rest of my hand. But Ryan's in complete control. So maybe if the only monarch he has is the Caius, then it might not be worth it to tribute for Caius. But I can't see his hand, so I can't make that judgment. All right, so let's see. Ryan, he has a Dust, so now he might be willing to take the risk. Now that oh, heavy. So Donnell's okay. Ryan had Torrential, so now you can Caius him, target the Gores, and that is game. So we are going to game 3. That was a pretty long one. Game 3. Who will get that win and get to the semifinals? Donnell's going first this time. God, that was a long game. Let's see. Will Donnell open Lone Fire? Yeah, 2 out of 3 games he opened the Lone Fire. One thing I want to mention, I even played against a guy on Doolin Book who was actually main decking Upstart in Amaryllis, which I joked about in the past. But yeah, someone was actually crazy enough to do it. I don't think it's bad. You're gonna burn him for 800 anyway, right? Because I think one of the issues with Amaryllis is bricking, so maybe screw it. Run Upstart. At least you won't brick. Or you'll brick less often. Alright, so swap Frog 1 for 1. Does Donnell have a response? He lets it go. So pretty good opening for Ryanide. Gets a sub. Tribute swap. Tribute Treeborn. Yeah, here we go. Frog combo. These two might go into time. Okay, so he's going to Karma cut him. Right now, that sub no longer has priority, so discards Dandelion. Okay, that's pretty good. Sends the sub. Yeah, this is pretty good. Now Ryan won't be able to do block you. And he's gonna have to bounce back to swap. And if they're getting close to time, he might have to leave the swap up in defense mode, depending on how much time is left on the clock. But Donnell summons Cactus Bouncer and hits. What does Cactus Bouncer? I think you can't special summon, right? That's what Cactus Bouncer does. Cannot be special summoned. Let me go look up this card. While another plant monster is on the field, neither player can special summon monsters. So, yeah, Ryan has to just set. And he has to have Mirror Force. Because Regeki Break, he's just going to negate it with Titanium. This is a pretty devastating lock. Card Destruction gets rid of... Does Ryan have a response? I mean, he has Titanium up, so... Oh, he's going to Chain Dust, and Donnell could just negate it. Yeah, just negate it. Why not? Just negate it. Oh, he's going to Chain. Oh, well. Okay, Ryan's going to... use Dust Tornado's second effect to set a back row. Probably he's going to set a Miracle Fusion. Good play by Ryan. But you're still staring down this cactus bouncer, so. Oh, he summons Aaron? Is that game? Attacks? And yeah, that's game. So, okay, well, I thought he was going to beat him in time. No, he straight up beat him. So, congrats to Donnell. Cactus Bouncer, I think maybe won him the game, but hope you guys enjoyed that match. Donnell will be back for the semifinals. We'll see if we can get to another finals. Also, check out the link in the description. I have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. The code is my first and last name, Oscar Zelaya, one word, all caps. Yep, I'll see you guys next time.